Hi guys, welcome back again to Luna's podcast. My name is Kathleen, your host, and today I wanted to talk about chapatis. Because why not? We love chapos. We all love. Somehow, Pendi chapati, you must be a very weird person. But we're not talking about cooking them. We're talking about making them. I love making chapatis. It is very therapeutic for me. It grounds me. When I make chapatis, I usually get out of my head and I concentrate on working that dough. Is it soft enough? Do I need to add this more? Do I need to do this more? Most of the time I'm going to have music in the background, and that just helps me get out of my head even more. Yeah, so I usually do this when I feel like I'm getting really anxious or really depressed or stressed about something. Like I'm just really in my head and I just need to get out of it, because worrying isn't going to help with anything. So I need to find a way to get out of that. And basically this means grounding, or being grounded. So let's talk about being grounded.
Welcome to Grown Ass Podcast, a podcast by Catherine, a grown ass woman, showing you the way around this world of grown-ups. Just kidding. Don't you very wish there existed such a podcast by such a person? Lol, sorry to disappoint, it's just me, a young girl, Jonas in her mind, sharing her experience in this adulting journey. So again, welcome to Grown Ass Podcast.
So let's talk about being grounded. Grounding, what does this mean? It means getting out of your head. Like I said, making chapatis helps me get out of my head, right? So being grounded is removing excess emotions that are inside of you, or the excess thinking that is going on in your mind, and you need to slow everything down. Yeah, so that is what grounding means. And when you're not grounded, it's usually going to manifest in the form of pain, sickness, anxiety, depression. Yeah. Maybe I realized when you begin to think about something too much, or begin stressing about something too much, you're usually going to get sick in some form of way, or get really anxious, or just do not want to talk to anyone, just want to be by yourself. You are kind of depressed. Yeah, that just means you are not grounded. You need to find a way to be grounded. So in this video, this podcast, in this episode, I am going to share 6 or 7 habits that are going to help you become grounded, that are going to help you ground yourself. You can pick any of these habits and incorporate them into your routines, or just try them out when you feel like the not being grounded has begun manifesting in the form of pain, sickness, anxiety, stress, depression. Yeah, not medically diagnosed depression. The depression that when you begin to feel like you are getting kind of depressed, that's kind of depression. Yeah, because if you are depressed, you most definitely need to get help. Yeah, so let's begin. Yeah, so habit number 1, begin doing an activity that you love, or one that requires your full attention. So this means that you'll have to get out of your head and really concentrate on this activity. Remember the meaning of being grounded. It's ridding off or getting rid of the excess emotions or intellectual thinking. Yeah, so you need to find something that requires your full attention. For instance, myself, making chapatis, it requires my full attention. It's not a really serious thing. So this means it doesn't have to be serious. It could be serious. But I feel like if I am really anxious or I'm feeling really stressed, depressed, then I most probably won't be able to do a really serious activity or work, right? So I need to find something that is not really serious, but it requires my full attention, but I also love. So I love making chapatis. It requires my full attention because I want to make them as good as best as I possibly can. Yeah. So just find an activity that you love. If doing that activity with a little bit of music in the background is going to help you get out of your head, great, do that. Habit number 2, doing chores by yourself without music in the background or with instrumental music in the background. I know most of us like to do our chores with music in the background, but sometimes, especially when you are not really okay, it might be a form of distraction, escape. It might be a form of escape. And I think you don't really want to escape whatever you're feeling. You want to kind of not stress over it, but figure it out, reason with yourself. And so I think doing a chore by yourself without distractions is going to help you do that, because you're not fully in your head thinking about that thing, because you need some form of concentration as you're doing these chores. But also you're not fully concentrating on this chore, you're not thinking about whatever is stressing you out. So yeah, I feel like it's a really nice way to figure things out by it helps you get out of your head. Once again, I feel like all these habits that I'm going to share are going to be things that are going to help you get out of your head, but not help you escape from whatever you need to deal with. Personally, when I do chores without a lot of noise in the background, especially when I do dishes or when I am organizing my room, I get to think about this thing that is really stressing me out, or why do I feel really anxious as I clean my room. And I feel like I do it better while doing a chore than when I'm just lying in bed and just stressing about it. Because when I'm in bed alone, the darkness, I'm probably going to overthink it more than it needs to be thought. I know it sounds absurd, it sounds crazy, it sounds like it is impossible, but it's not. It's actually very nice, because it's you hanging out with you, you having a conversation with you. You're not fully in that conversation. It's one of you's cleaning, the other one is probably cleaning something else, or is just talking to you and listening to you. Therapy, if you ask me. Habit number 3, sitting alone or lying in bed alone by yourself without music, without your phone, without nothing. Yeah, I know. I feel I know this might sound like it's contradicts with the other two that I just mentioned. Again, I'm giving you guys options so that you can pick whatever habit you feel like resonates with you, or whatever habit that you feel like is going to work for you. So as much as it might sound like it's contradicting the other two habits, it might help as long as you are doing it consciously and purposefully. Is that a word? Like you set aside that time knowing that this is time. Like you just decided to sit or lie in bed alone by yourself to think about this thing with some form of direction, not the kind that you just sit and decide to overthink things. You're doing it with intention, you are doing it with direction. Yeah, so you might decide to do it outside or in your room. Observe things that are around you. Bring yourself to the present so that you do not worry about the future or think about the past. Because from this book that I was reading, Power of Now, I think it's Tole, I think that's his name. I hope that is the way it should be pronounced. Anyway, yeah, Power of Now. When you are not grounded, you are not being present. So you need to find these habits mostly are ways to try to bring yourself into the present moment, for you to stop worrying about the future or reliving pain that is in the past. So when you consciously and intentionally decide to sit for yourself, observe your surroundings, and just bring yourself to the present, and then reason out your whatever problem it is that you're having. Reason it out after feeling all the emotions that you need to feel, and then getting rid of them, because you're not about to feel them and then keep them inside of you. Yeah, I feel like I have really rambled a lot on this point, but I hope you get to the point. Habit number 4 is slowing down. When I'm being very productive, when I'm having a very productive period, I'm usually in a rush to do things, finish things. Again, like I said in the previous episode, I love the feeling, I think most people love the feeling of accomplishing things, doing things in time or before time. And so that might lead to a little bit of rush. Also, when you worry a lot about the future, you want to do things in a rush. Again, in the world that we are living in right now, there's just a lot to do with really little time. So we end up rushing things, but we need to slow down, because I feel like rushing these things is what makes us. I just remembered present moment, Catherine. Present. What was I saying? Slowing down, because I feel like in this era or during this time, we feel like we need to rush a lot of things. Like life just forces you to rush things. And sometimes you just need to stop and slow things down. Because in this rush is when we begin to get really anxious about meeting deadlines, about accomplishing certain things at a certain time. Slow down. Do whatever you need to do to slow down. Find things that do things that make you happy. Do things that you're not doing just to like get money or get money or like accomplish things. Well, like just doing it for pleasure. You are taking the time to do this thing slowly, enjoying every moment to do it, like reading a book. It's a way of slowing down without any rush of like finishing the book, or it could be something like taking a walk if you are able to do so. If you're living in a place that you can be able to take a walk, do that. Slow down. Take a vacation if you can. Visit a really calm and cool place where you can just slow down. You can just like drop every worry and every thought and just be in the present moment. Enjoy the now. Yeah. Habit number 5, meditation. I know, it seems like everyone is meditating these days. I have tried it. I am slowly trying to like make sure that I do it every day. Incorporate it into my routine, morning or whatever time. Because it helps. It helps to like calm your mind, because meditating forces you to observe your mind. It forces you to observe your mind as it rambles. It thinks at 1,000 thoughts per minute. And when you begin to observe it, it begins to feel a little bit embarrassed, or like does not want to be observed. Because usually like do these things unconsciously. We're constantly thinking without realizing that we are constantly thinking. So when you begin to observe these thoughts, and your mind does not want to be, or that person inside your mind does not want to be observed, so it's going to stop. Slow down, stop, start again, slow down, stop. That is what meditation feels like to me. And so it has helped me like get out of my head, or like slow down my process of thinking, which is not always straight. Because you see, when you're thinking, or at least when I'm thinking, I'm constantly either worrying about the future or reliving the pain in the past. And one fact about this is that I really have absolutely no power to control the future or change the past. So this thinking is really pointless. Yeah, so meditation helps to ground you. It helps you to bring you back to the present. It helps you slow down your thinking process. Habit number 6 and the last one is taking deep breaths when you begin to notice yourself getting anxious or feeling a little bit depressed, or you can always tell the signs. So I usually like take deep breaths when I find myself getting anxious from relieving the pain that is in the past. So I take a really huge deep breath, and then I tell myself, you are no longer there, you are here, then now you okay, you are safe. Whatever you're thinking about is not happening right now. It already happened. It's forgotten. People do not even remember it. So you are okay. And taking that deep breath brings me back to present moment. which grounds me. Yeah. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helps you become grounded. I hope it helps you get out of your head. I hope it helps you come to the present moment. I hope it helps you live your best life. Yeah, so like, subscribe, comment, share. Yeah, help me grow this channel, help someone who needs to hear whatever it is that I'm saying. Yeah. Bye. I love you guys a lot, a lot, a lot. I hope this episode helps you become a little bit more grounded.